Hey everyone, I'm Hector with New York City Guitar School, and I'm here today to bring you guys the lick of the month. And well, let me show you first what I have installed. It's in E minor. It has a couple parts. I'm going to play it first and then we'll break it down. So, some hints. Right, so I'll play it slow first. It'll be so what I'm doing there is I'm using two scales in E minor. I'm using the natural minor scale, which is the everyday minor scale E, F sharp, G, A, B, C, D, and E. I'm using it all the way up. And I'm combining that on the second half of the lick with the E blues scale, which is the pentatonic scale, with the added blue notes, this one and this one. And I'm using that scaling, what will be pattern 1 and pattern 2, so the second one here. With the blue note all the way up there. So, this lick has 4 parts. I'm going to talk about them a little bit individually because I'm using different techniques in each. And by the way, the goal of this lick, what I had in mind is, well, first you can learn it and explore it. It's a fun lick, I think. But the main thing that I will take out from this is not so much the lick itself, but what you can get out of it for your own playing. For example, exploring the different parts and making your own and playing with each one until they become a part of your vocabulary. For example, I mean, I did not invent this. This is like been done since forever. It's just a bend. Same note on the first string, and then a pull off. So, I mean, everybody has done this from Jimmy Page in Stairway to Heaven. It's the same idea. So it's just the notes of the minor scale, bend to E, play the same E on the first string for a unison, and then a pull off from D to B. And that, I'm doing it twice in this lick. But of course you can do it as many times as you want in your own lick, that's the idea. So it starts like that, that's part 1. Then the second part has a few hammer-ons and pull-offs. I use the other notes in the minor scale, B, C to B, A to G, back to A, B back to C. So far we have then the next part I do a little climb up on the first string on the, again, the natural E minor scale. We're still playing only the natural minor scale, so I go to F sharp after this, E, F sharp E, back to C, E, and then again, and then when I stretch to get the A, I play the D instead of the C. I use the C as a pedal point for these two notes, the F sharp and the G. But then for the A, I move forward and do the D instead. So that part would be so far we have okay. So all that is within the minor scale. I've used all the notes in the natural minor scale, the E minor scale. Now, for the second half of the lick, which would be parts 3 and 4, I'm going to move on to the E blues scale, which is similar but not quite. And that's the beauty of it, because it's different in sound, especially because I emphasize the blue note. It's a note that is not present in the natural minor scale. Therefore, it adds variety while still working basically with the same chords. We're still in E minor. It's just that a lot of players, when you hear their solos, even if they're in a key, say in this case E minor, when they do the solos, they're most likely not staying in purely E natural minor the entire time. They might throw some notes from the E harmonic minor or the E blues scale or any anything that they might think of in chromatic notes or whatever. So this is just a way to spice things up a little. So what I'm doing there is I'm reaching the highest note and making it be the blue note from the blues scale. So when I go after the climb, I end up on that note, which would be the blue note. And then I rest there for a second. And then I come down. I do, and then I pull up from the blue note down. So I'm officially in the blue scale here. And then I come down and do a little bit of a slide. And then I continue down the blue scale in this first pattern with a little slide on the third string from the blue note, which in this case is B flat, to the A. And I connect those two parts. And I end on E. So then I incorporated the sound of the blue scale, which is a little bit more edgy, more traditionally rock or blues, with the sound of the more melodically moving by step natural minor scale. And I use all notes of both scales. So to get this bigger sounding lick. But what I would do, what I learned to do when learning all this stuff is break it down and take each part and play with it a little. I mean, I'm doing it twice here, for example, at the beginning. You don't have to do it twice. You can do 3 times, 4 times. I did that once going up. You don't have to do it once. You can do 2, 3, 4 times, however many it feels comfortable. You can adapt it to whatever solo you're playing. And same holds true for every part. I'm doing 1 time here. It's good to learn it to see what's going on, but once you know it, of course you can do whatever you want with it. I encourage you to vary it and explore it. There I used the exact same notes that I did in the lick, but I'm just playing with it a little more, having more fun with it, not just staying within the exact rhythm that I did. Again, that's fine to do at first. You want to learn it, you gotta get familiar with what's going on there. But once you have it, then ask yourself, well, what else can I do with these notes? How can I make this part of my vocabulary? How can I have fun with this stuff? You know. So one more time, slowly, the whole thing would be. Hope you have fun with that. Thanks for watching.